Mm. Good evening, everyone. Hello. This is Maria Kagalwala. I am from Pune. I am the owner of Chocolicious. I am a home baker since past 6 years and I make customized cakes and cupcakes. So today I am going to show you salted caramel chocolate cupcakes. It's a very easy recipe which can be prepared at home with all the ingredients which are easily available, and most of them are still at our home only. So for the first, we'll begin with our salted caramel sauce. It will be a homemade salted caramel sauce. And so first I'll show you all the ingredients and then we'll move to the gas stove. 100 grams sugar, 45 grams of Amul butter and 60 ml of Amul fresh cream. And this is our salt which we'll be adding later on. Now let's move to the gas stove to prepare our salted caramel sauce. I have kept my vessel for heating. In that I'm adding the sugar. It's 100 grams of grain sugar. I have put it on a little high flame, but we have to be very careful and pay attention continuously so that our sugar doesn't burn. Any questions?
So Anu Singh is asking, can these cupcakes be made in microwave?
I have never tried it in a microwave, but definitely you can try it on the convection mode. I am stirring the sugar with a rubber spatula. Even if you have a wooden spoon at home, it's fine. I generally prefer not to disturb the sugar more. Because it sticks to the spatula or the wooden spoon which we are using. Our sugar has started melting. I have kept it on a medium flame. If you can see, I am not using any thermometer or anything to check our sugar temperature. Meanwhile, I have heated my Amul butter and Amul fresh cream in the oven for 30 seconds in the microwave. Our sugar has almost melted. Little bit granules are remaining. Before adding the other ingredients, make sure your sugar has completely melted, otherwise it can crystallize very fast. So if you can see, it has completely melted with no sugar granules remaining. You take it off your flame and add your butter to it. The butter has also been heated. The reason for heating the butter is so that our sugar doesn't recrystallize if our butter is not hot enough. And just mix it. Be careful as it can splatter. The gas is still on a low flame. Now I take my whisk and just give it a little stir. Once I feel the butter has melted, I take it off the flame again and add the heated Amul fresh cream to it. Put it on the gas flame and whisk it again. I am stirring it continuously. Our sugar has completely melted, hence there are no particles in it. I have taken it off the flame. If you can see, it's very free flowing. Now I'm going to add the salt to it. You can even add rock salt, and you add the salt as per your taste. I wanted a little salty. I mix it. And I prefer to pour it in a different glass vessel, so that if there are by chance any sugar particles remaining in the aluminium vessel, it should not recrystallize and come into my sauce. So here you go, our homemade salted caramel sauce is ready. And now I'm going to let it chill for some time. So our caramel sauce has been ready and it has been set for cooling before I add it to the whipping cream while icing of the cupcakes. Meanwhile, we'll prepare the cupcakes. I would be preheating my oven at 180 degrees. I would be preheating it for around 15 to 20 minutes. Before starting the making of the batter, I would just like to tell you all it's an eggless cupcakes which we are doing. So the recipe for it is 95 grams of refined flour, 82 grams of granulated sugar, 28 grams of cocoa powder, 18 ml of vegetable oil, the normal cooking oil which we use, 94 ml of water. You can warm it up a little before using it, 13 ml of vinegar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1.5 teaspoon of baking soda.
So RV Singh is asking, is this aluminium vessel the one which you used previously?
Yes, for the salted caramel I have used an aluminium vessel, because an aluminium vessel the sugar doesn't turn to burn up very fast. So I prefer using an aluminium vessel.
So Jyoti Shah is also asking, can we use SS vessel for sauce?
SS means stainless steel. So if the stainless steel vessel works on your gas, then definitely you can add it. You can use that as well. Let us start with mixing of the cake batter. It's a very easy way of doing it. You just have to mix all the ingredients together at one time. So I'm adding the 95 grams of refined flour to a bowl. You can use any bowl. I have a Tupperware bowl, so I'm using this one. 82 grams of granulated sugar. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1.5 teaspoon of baking soda. 28 grams of cocoa powder. In case if you don't wish to make a chocolate cake, you can add the refined flour more, as in you can replace your 28 grams of cocoa powder with 28 grams of refined flour to your mixture. That will give you the vanilla cupcakes. 18 ml of vegetable oil. 94 ml of water. I have warmed it up a little before using it. And 30 ml of vinegar. So all our cake ingredients have gone in this. I'm just going to stir it with a rubber spatula.
So Shreya is asking brand of the cocoa powder.
So I have used a normal local brand of the cocoa powder which I have got. You can use any brand of cocoa powder which you get in your local store. I feel I will need a little more water to the batter. I have not added all the water at one time because I do not want my batter to be too liquidy before using it. You can even whisk your batter if you want.
So Satya is asking, even when salted butter, for the same sauce should we add again salt?
Yes, you need to add a little more salt. Preferably if you're using unsalted butter, then you will need to add a little more. But if you're adding your salted Amul butter, then you can add a little salt in the end. I prefer Amul butter, and I prefer my sauce to be a little salty, because when we're adding it in the cake or the cupcakes, the cake would take away the saltiness of the sauce if the salt is not more.
So Mansoor is asking, can you make it in cooker?
The cupcake? Yes, you can make this recipe it's the same recipe for the cake and the cupcake as well. You can use the same recipe for an eggless cake, and you can do it in a cooker. Just make sure your cupcake tin fits into your cooker, and you need to preheat before.
One more question. Ann is asking, please do repeat process of caramel if possible.
Sure, I will post the recipe of the cake and the salted caramel sauce in the end in the comment section below. So you can check it out there. And our cupcake batter is ready. So this is my cupcake tin. It's a non-stick cupcake tin. And these are my cupcake liners. You get different colorful, beautiful cupcake liners nowadays. I have lined my cupcake tin with these liners. Now what I'm doing is, I have a usable piping bag which I'm just putting it in a glass, and I'm going to pour my cupcake batter into it. I'm just pouring it in the piping bag. I like to put my, this is just a way so that your hands and the surroundings do not get dirty. And you can control putting it. And here my batter goes inside. If you always fill it half, 3/4 of your cupcake liners. I will just need a little more batter in the last one, and hence I'm pouring it with a spoon. You can even use a spoon to pour your batter if you do not have your piping bags. I'm just going to wipe off the excess batter. My oven has also been preheated for around 15 minutes now. So I'm going to put this into the oven for around 20 to 25 minutes on a 180 degrees. I have put it around for 25 minutes. So we do not have that much of time to allow it to bake and again then cool it, because I need my cupcakes to be cool. So I have already baked some of the cupcakes with the same recipe before. So if you can see, we have got nice cupcakes with the same recipe which I have just used. Our salted caramel has been cooled now. If you can see the consistency of the sauce, it is nice, not very thick, not very liquidy. You can use it directly or you can store it in your refrigerator for around 2 weeks. Now what I like is, I like my salted caramel sauce inside my cupcakes as well. So with a normal nozzle, or if you don't have a nozzle, you can do it with a normal knife. You just need to make a small hole in the center of your cupcake. So see, if you can see, I have made small holes. You can make larger ones if you want. And now 3 I'll show you with a knife. This is just a normal knife and I make a round and I just remove this. So whatever is convenient and easily available, you can do it accordingly.
So Ann is asking, when I bake in these liners, the liners become oily after baking. How can I avoid this?
So maybe there is something in your recipe which is going wrong, because it shouldn't happen that way. Or either you are maybe lining your cupcake liners before with oil or butter, then that can create a problem. I would be pouring my salted caramel sauce inside the cupcakes, so that when you bite into the cupcakes, you have the sauce as well. This is on you, how much salted caramel sauce you want inside your cupcake. Completely, it's on you.
Seema Maria will be posting the recipe in the comment section.
And now what I'm doing this, I'm just covering the cupcake again, because I do not want my cream to go inside the sauce and create a mess inside. So this is, my cupcakes are ready. Now I'm going to use is whipping cream to ice my cupcakes. I have already whipped the cream before to save time. This is the blender which I have used. If you have a different blender, and if you have a different blender, you can use it. The main motive is that your cream should be whipped to this consistency, that it doesn't even fall down. It shouldn't be whipped too much, otherwise it will become very dry and there will be holes in it, air pockets. I want a little more hint of salted caramel in my cream as well. So I am just putting 1 spoon of my caramel into it. This is again on how much sauce you want in your cream as well. And I'm just going to mix it with my rubber spatula. At this point, if you feel that your cream is a little liquidy, you can whip it again with your beater. If you see, I haven't added much because I do not want my cream to be too liquidy. I am going to be using a rose nozzle for this. This is also known as a rosette nozzle. You can use a different nozzle if you wish to. I am making swirls and hence I am using this nozzle. Again, this is a reusable piping bag which I have. If you can see, this is the technique of putting your cream into your piping bag so that your hands do not get dirty, and put only that much which you can handle while icing your cupcakes. It's not compulsory to fill it completely. You can refill it again.
Aruna is asking, have you added sugar to cream?
No, I haven't added sugar to the cream because my sugar is already very sweet, and even the cupcakes and the salted caramel is going to be sweet. Your nozzle should be out this much only. If you cut it too much, the nozzle can come out while icing, and it at least till here it should be cut. Now I'm going to ice the cupcakes. If you can see, I'm making swirls of it. I'm going from the center to the side. My cupcakes are done, and now I'm just going to drizzle it with a little more of salted caramel sauce just for a final finish. I'm going to put it in my piping bag. If you do not wish to do that, you can eliminate it. Designing of the cupcakes is completely on how you want it to be. I'm just pouring very little. And now I'm just going to drizzle it all over. And I have some golden sugar balls which I have purchased from the local store here. I'm just going to put it on my cupcakes as a decorating purpose. You get a lot of different vermicellis, different types of toppers, sugar toppers. So you can decorate your cupcakes with it as well. This is how generally I make my salted caramel cupcakes. So here you go. Our chocolate salted caramel cupcakes are ready. If you can see, the ingredients are very easy. The method is very easy, which can be easily made at home. So this is it. So I hope you all have enjoyed this recipe, and I hope that you try this at home. I'm sure it will be loved by all your friends and family as well. And do tag me and Amul whenever you try the recipe. All your questions and the recipes will be posted in the comment section below if anyone has missed out on anything. If any questions, I will definitely reply once the live session is over. So thank you all. Thank you Amul for giving me this opportunity. And thank you all for everything. Yeah. Be safe.